Okay, let's get this started. This is taking way too long. Here we go. Come on. So one of the best feelings in the entire world is the feeling of actually and successfully accomplishing a difficult goal that you set for yourself to do. This could be walking into the gym for the first time, crushing a couple of weights, walking out of the gym knowing that you absolutely dominated your fear head on. Or for me personally, that would be finally incorporating cold showers into my morning routine, which for some might not be a big and difficult task, but for me, yeah, that was. Now, a commonality of all these things is that we must first take a step out of our comfort zone in order to even begin to get on that path that leads to the direction of that goal. Now, when it comes to these types of motivational videos, I want to just first say that it's important to remember how far that we're willing to take it. Many of these styles of videos will focus on be uncomfortable, wake up at 3 a.m., grab a knife, stab it in your thigh, move it around a little bit, don't sleep, and call it a day. That's not the message of this video. What's really important is to find a balance within life. Now, what I've noticed for me and for those that are around me is that there's a much greater demand for that push to get out of that comfort zone rather than a demand to slow down. Like basically everyone watching this video, I love being able to take a step back, watch some TV shows, watch some anime if I got some weebs out there, hop into my bed and just wrap myself in that goodness and warmth, coziness of my blanket. But we need to be able to learn when it's okay to be inside the comfort zone and when we have to step out and be the boss of our own minds. And that's who this video is for. It's for the ones that are learning to step out of that comfort zone and learning to be able to improve themselves in that way. So we're gonna be splitting this video into two main parts, which is 1, what is the comfort zone? And 2, actionable steps to actually get out of that comfort zone. So what is the comfort zone? So to better understand the comfort zone, I like to use a visualization. And the way that I like to think about it is that there is this line of comfort. Now, everything within life, all actions and all tasks are put into 2 categories, and that is 1, inside the comfort zone, or 2, outside the comfort zone. Now, coming back to this line, everything that is below the comfort line is within your comfort zone. Everything that is above the comfort line is outside of your comfort zone. Now, what's interesting to note is that this line is not static, it's dynamic, meaning it moves depending on your own actions. As you attempt to execute the tasks that are outside of your comfort zone, this line moves up so that those tasks that were once outside your comfort zone then becomes within your comfort zone. However, this concept works in the opposite direction as well. So if you stay stagnant and stop doing the things that are uncomfortable, this line moves down, so as what was once comfortable then becomes uncomfortable. There have been multiple times in my life where I've noticed this phenomenon occur, where for example, I get on a good streak of actually waking up early in the morning, and I do it so often that it becomes comfortable for me to do it. Now a holiday break comes along and I let myself sleep in for a couple days, then I let myself sleep in for a couple more days, and a couple more days, and more days. Now when the break's over and I try to get back to my earlier morning routine, now there's so much resistance within my brain, and I'm like, well, damn, what? My comfort level was moving down because I was being stagnant and I wasn't growing. And so what was once comfortable for me, waking up early, then became super uncomfortable. So what can we learn from this? Well, the first thing that we can learn is that we cannot be stagnant. If we've learned a skill or are developing a habit, we have to keep practicing it, or else it'll become uncomfortable again. We can't just think because we've done it a couple times that it's gonna stick forever. Number 2, consistency is key. It's not about whether you've done that task once, twice, or 10 times, but more about how consistently you follow through on it. You could take a cold shower 30 times in a day, or you could take a cold shower once per day for a whole month, and you'll notice at the end of that month that you'll be much more comfortable with getting over your fear of taking a cold shower. Now, I'm not saying that this is easy, but what I am saying is that this is very possible as long as you put in that consistent effort. Consistency is key. Number 3, take it slow. Go at it step by step, one day at a time. If the goal is to be able to read a book and start making a habit of reading a book, don't try and read that 448-page book all in one day. Make it 2 pages in one day, the next day 3 pages, the next day 4 pages. Make it easy for yourself. When we're so into the unknown and we get so out of our comfort zone, it is extremely likely for us to become so scared and so afraid that we just start to shelter and find ourselves right back into that comfort zone again, in our blankets, just hiding away from the unknown, calling for mommy. I know. Why do I know this? Because it's happened to me. If we can improve just 1% every single day, looking back at yesterday, maybe it doesn't seem like that big of a deal. But looking back at a whole year, if you've actually improved 1% every single day, you'll notice that massive, massive change that you're looking for. I just want to end off this video with this concluding message. And I want you guys to think about this for a second. Now in life, there really are only two options that we can take. The first path is to allow ourselves to lay back, sit down, and just cruise life, and let life force us out of our comfort zone and start worrying about resistance because we never chose it. Now, when we start worrying about resistance, that's exactly what's going to happen at us. Life is going to throw us more resistance. Now, on the other hand, there's the second path. And the second path is where we take it to our own accord. And we make the decision to allow ourselves to submit to discomfort out of our own will. One path leads to growth and development. The other path leads to pain and resentment. Now, my question to you is, which path are you willing to take?